Hey everyone, howdy howdy. This is going to be Rare Beatles CDs Part 2. This is like continuation from the last one I have done previously. And I got some more here to show you. Hope everyone's finding what they're looking for out there. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, shall we? Okay. First one up is one I picked up one time. Going through a record place. I think it was up by a college or that. It might have been when I was working at Record Town. Somebody wanted to show me this other record place that had a lot of collectible records and CDs, and I picked this one up. It was the Beatles' Introspective. I picked up a few other things, but this is one I remember I picked up. And it has a lot of songs on here from the Star Club 62. It has Twist and Shout, I Saw Her Standing There, Till There Was You, Roll Over Beethoven, The Hippie Hippie Shake, A Taste of Honey, and a long interview at the end. And I must have paid $9.98 for this. There's a little info inside here. Wow, put your specs on for this. I think it basically just talks about when the Beatles went to Hamburg and was playing the Star Club and that. There's a picture there. Okay. That's the first one there. That's Introspective, the Beatles. Second one up, the ultimate the ultimate classic rock collection. It's called. And what you got on here is Ringo Starr, You're 16, Harry Nilsson, Without You, Rod Stewart, Maggie May, Dave Mason, Feeling Alright, Doobie Brothers, Black Water, the Allman Brothers, Ramblin' Man, Rare Earth, I Just Want to Celebrate, and don't we all? Bachman Turner Overdrive, You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet, Eric Burden and War, Spill the Wine, Billy Preston, Nothing from Nothing. And all these tracks are the original studio cuts, except for the first track by Ringo, You're 16, that's a live version they put on here. Okay. Next up is the Beatles' Get Back. Now this has real good sound to it, superior sound. I know some people think sometimes you get these CDs and the sound quality is not as good to the official releases. You could almost think this was an official release, the way the sound is. It's a really good sound. Of what you have here, and what we do have here is, as we will go over, One After 909, Rocker, Save the Last Dance for Me, Don't Let Me Down, I Dig a Pony, I Got a Feeling, Get Back, For You Blue, Teddy Boy, On Our Way Home, which I think must have been the working title of the two of us. Maggie May, Dig It, that's the long version. Let It Be, The Long and Winding Road, and finishes off with Get Back Reprise. Okay. And next one on up is a John Lennon one that I picked up, and this contains the last interview that John Lennon did right around that time. This is called Testimony, the life and times of John Lennon in his own words. This album features one of the last interviews given by John Lennon and Yoko Ono. It was recorded at the office of Griffin Records in New York City as part of promotion for Double Fantasy album. The interviewer is Bob Miles, and the interview was originally intended for U.S. radio broadcasts. Recorded on December 8, 1980, just hours before the tragic killing of John Lennon. That's John Lennon Testimony. And this was put out in the UK, because it was put out through some Magnum House group, as you can see there. It was released on Thunderbolt Records. Okay, that's John Lennon Testimony. Alright. Next is getting in the Christmas mood. This was one I picked up. This was called Superstar Christmas. And there's a whole bunch of people on here, so. It starts out with number 1, John Lennon, Yoko Ono, Happy Christmas, War is Over. 2, Mariah Carey, Oh Holy Night. 3, Frank Sinatra, Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow. 4, Michael Bolton, Santa Claus is Coming to Town. 5, Celine Dion, The Christmas Song. 6, Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, Merry Christmas Baby. 7, Cyndi Lauper, Early Morning. 7, Cyndi Lauper, Early Christmas Morning. 8, Luther Vandross, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Okay. 9, Boyz II Men, Silent Night. 10, Tony Bennett, Winter Wonderland. 11, Neil Diamond, with You Make It Feel Like Christmas. 12, Amy Grant doing I'll Be Home for Christmas. 13, Placido Domingo doing White Christmas. 14, Colin Ray singing What If Jesus Comes Back Like That. 15, Gloria Estefan doing Christmas Through Your Eyes. And finally, Barbra Streisand doing The Lord's Prayer. There you go. That's, did I show the inside? That's Superstar Christmas. Okay. Guess you got that. Need a little bit of a drink here. Canada Dry. Okay. Now that we got the Canada Dry break out of the way, okay. Now we'll forge ahead. This next one, it was part of the Jeffrey Giuliano Beatles in Their Own Words CD collection that was originally on audio cassette, but then I started to find some on CD later. This one here is Dark Horse, The Secret Life of George Harrison, by critic and author Jeffrey Giuliano. And surprisingly, the audio cassette of this, it is a little longer than the CD version. You would think the CD version would have a little more, but no. There's more descriptive stuff on the audio one. They wanted to, I guess, get to the main sound bites of the talking. There's a lot of descriptive stuff of interviews on here, of a press conference when he was putting out Cloud 9, and people that knew him. I'll show the back a little bit. You might be able to pick up a little bit of the listing. There's like 31 listings, so I don't know if I'll go through all those, but there is some pictures inside here. Picture, and there's a picture of George with Patty in '67, and there's George jamming on the guitar. Okay. And beyond that, there's just listings inside there. You can see how much stuff there is on it. Dark Horse, The Secret Life of George Harrison. Okay. This next one is one that my brother burned for me. He calls it the Beatles India for one of the songs that's on here. There's a lot of cool stuff on here, and let's go over what's on here real quick. Okay. Let's see. Number 1, Maxwell Silver Hammer, ultra rare bootleg. That's the Beatles, of course. 2, End of the Line, a rare outtake with just George and Tom Petty. 3, Ain't That a Shame, John Lennon. 4, Ain't That a Shame Live, 1989, Paul McCartney. 5, New York City Rare Acoustic Demo, John Lennon. 6, My Brave Face, of course, Paul McCartney. 7, The Continuing Story of Bungalow Bill, the Beatles. 8, Her Majesty Rare Long Version, 1969, the Beatles. 9, Anti-Drug Spot, 1981, Ringo Starr. 10, Act Naturally, that's Ringo and Buck Owens. 11,